Lazevo likes to talk about life while he's shooting people in the face. Lazevo.
What is going on, everybody? It's Lazevo here, and I brought in another special guest for this video. I have my sister with me, Lindsey. Go ahead and say what's up.
Hey, what's up?
That was we've already tried this once before, and that was way less Jersey Shore on the intro there. So you did good. It's less Snooki, more Lindsey.
Right.
So anyway, I brought my sister on because I got a question from one of you guys that I felt pretty much it needed like a female opinion, because I didn't think I was quite qualified to probably give the complete story around it. So let me just pull up this question here and I'll read it, and you guys can see what I'm talking about. So one of you guys wrote to me. You said, "Hey Lazevo, you told me before your inbox was open for help with anything. I know you're not usually the first person someone comes to ask this, but I don't really have anyone else that can help me out. My parents have no idea what they're doing, LOL, and my friends are, well, they're not good for advice. Anyways, I have a best friend. She's a girl, but I think I'm starting to like her. Can you give me advice to maybe get her to like me, or at least try and make me look at her or at least try to make her look at me in a different way? Thanks, man. I appreciate it." Okay, so he's describing the common movie plot, friend zone. He's in the friend zone. Okay, so as a female, this is where I need you, because what do you do if someone is in the friend zone but maybe wants to get out and be something more than a friend? What would you suggest for a guy to do?
Well, as a girl, I think that you have to just tell her, because you don't know. Like we said, we don't know if she reciprocates his feelings or whatnot. So you just have to tell him, because if you just sit back and wait, somebody else might swoop in.
Right. And then that's like the worst case scenario, because now you're the best friend that's sitting there having to hear her talk about going on dates and being lovey-dovey with somebody else.
Right. Yep. You just have to let her know. There's no other way. You can't just sit back. You can't.
But like, you don't want to be like the creepy guy that's just like making mixtapes for her and all that stuff either. Like,
please don't do that.
So don't make a mixtape is what you're saying.
No mixtapes.
Okay.
No mixtape. No. Don't throw rocks at her window. Don't serenade her. No.
Okay. So all the movie stuff is BS. Don't do that.
Yeah,
okay.
Completely.
So you think just talk to her. And I know we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but that's really hard for guys to do sometimes. I mean, you're asking guys to talk about their feelings, and you know how that goes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I understand, but there's no other way, because like we talked about, if you're afraid that, we're going to ruin this friendship that we have, you kind of already ruined it by letting your feelings go a little bit farther, which is okay if you feel that for her, but you've already ruined that. So you might as well just say it, because if you don't say it, you're always going to carry that, well, I kind of like her a little more.
Right.
So you might as well just tell her.
And one of the things I've always tried to do is say you don't want to live your life with any regrets. And so this is something that maybe, 10 years down the road, you might be like, man, I really wish I would have said something. I really wish I would have did this differently. So at least if you get it off your chest and get it out in the open, even if it doesn't end the way you want, at least you know that that you got it out there and you took that chance. Like, life's all about taking chances, and if you don't risk, if there's no risk, there's no reward, right?
Absolutely. In the best case scenario, she might be feeling the same way, but maybe she feels like you and just doesn't know how to say it or what to do, and you make the first move. Right.
Okay. So he doesn't tell me how old he is, but let's like assume, this kind of thing starts like in the high school era, I guess, is where it's probably most common. So how would you explain to someone who's maybe 14, 15 years old in high school that's going through this right now?
Well, school's starting, so first thing comes to my mind is homecoming. Right. Likes to get dolled up and go out to dinner and, the whole thing. So, ask her out to homecoming. You want to be my date? That already right there is a little more than a friendship. That's more like, hey, let's take this to the next thing. Let's go on a date, see what happens.
Okay, so if your best friend, though, it was a dude and asked you to homecoming, you wouldn't think that was maybe just friendly, though?
I actually went with my best friend to my senior prom, and no,
Or you knew he was trying to make it more than that?
Instantly, I knew. Yep, I knew instantly, and then I was right. So.
Okay.
Yep.
No details. You're still my little sister. I don't want to
I
hear
know, no details. La la, earmuffs.
that. Okay. So how about like in college? Because I know it's kind of a different situation, but it can happen the same way, you know. Do you follow the same thing? Just throw it out there. I know there's
You
no
do,
like,
yeah. And I, like I said, I took a different route, but instead of the normal every Friday night, hey, let's go to the kegger together, take a little, let's go out to eat first, or let's go to this new restaurant, or see a movie before the party, the kegger, whatever.
yeah,
Um, Something a little different that you wouldn't normally do as your friendship status, something that you don't always do. Like, say you always go out to the mall, do something different, out of the ordinary.
so you got to be alone basically, and that's
Yes.
okay. So I think I was on the right track basically, because in my head I was thinking the same thing. One, you got to tell her because you don't want to regret anything, and you want to get it off your chest. You know, it's not good to just keep that bottled up. And then the second thing was you gotta advance it to something that you wouldn't do with a friend basically. You
Absolutely.
know, you gotta try and make it more than friends, and
Right.
you
Yep.
gotta grow a pair, and I guess throw it out there.
Yeah, absolutely. We like that. We be assertive, not too creepy, but forward and confident.
Right. Okay. And then like I guess as a backup or as something to keep in mind, like I know a lot of times when guys like fall in love with a girl, it feels like that's the one for me and that's the only girl, but like there's lots of women out there.
There's so many. Yes.
Right. And so maybe that's not the one for you, and maybe it doesn't work out, but it's not the end of the world. There's going to be another one coming, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's always absolutely. I agree.
So, um, I don't know, guys tend to get that way, especially in high school. I feel like there's a ton of pressure to like have a girlfriend and like,
Right.
like fit this certain mold or whatever, and you're got all your hormones going and stuff, so it becomes real. It's like it's a confusing time for everybody, I think, but guys struggle just as much as women. I don't know if they know that.
No, no. We know that. We know.
But okay, so hopefully that helps you. I don't know. I think maybe there's a lot going there. If any of you have been through the situation and maybe made it out in a positive way, leave some stuff in the comments about how you were able to do that. Or if any of you did some things that maybe didn't work out the way you thought, or you took a different route and things maybe turned out bad, leave that story in the comments too, because I think it's all going to be helpful. I think everybody at some point in their life will go through a situation like this, so maybe we can all learn from each other. But anyway, real quick, we got about 30 seconds left before this video is going to end. I know my sister has a blog where she kind of writes about her life as a Marine wife. I don't know if you want to describe that real quick.
Yeah, really quick. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have two girls. My husband's currently fighting, so I just kind of our everyday life so that he can read that and know what's going on back home.
Okay. And I know it's real popular, like with other Marine wives, to kind of know that they're going through the same thing with other people. So,
Right.
if any of you have husbands, fathers, uncles, aunts, or whatever that maybe are in a Marine family or a military family and have deployed people that they love, this might be something you're interested in. So go check it out. I'll put a link to it in the description. I think that's it. This video is wrapping up. So, thanks for coming on, Lindsey. Maybe we'll have you back if we get anything that I think I might want to pull you in for. If you guys want to hear more from Lindsey, let me know. I'll have her on here again. So that's it. Thanks for everything, and we'll talk to you later.